This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Hey, get off this podcast right now and get on the RTE player. Sit through 7 ads. You can mute them. It's fine. And watch Good Boy, my new show. It's out now. And I put a lot into it. Shane's in it. Killian's not in it because the director said he looked a bit too much like me, but they love it. Please watch it right now. Get us the second series, Good Boy, on the RTE player right now.
They're attractive.
They're very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Look, I hate to be the one to tell you, but it's coming up to Christmas party season. So why not get you and your friends or colleagues a nice big slab of delicious raw Irish lager?
Or a spooktacular slab of raw lager. Because
Ooh, it's so scary.
It's also my birthday coming up just before just Halloween and Christmas. So, why don't you have a tonerific celebration with me? Maybe potentially if you're buying a beer, you might buy a raw Irish lager.
Get yourself a raw.
Get yourself a Rira. Unfortunately, I can't make it to your party, Tony, but I can enjoy a nice, delicious can of Rira.
Some of the cans in the shop are the size of a pint. Check that out. Rira Irish Lager sponsors Young Hot Guys and helps us to make crap like this for you. You do a lot of voiceover work.
Yes.
And I don't. And then the other day I said, yeah, I'll do them for RTE ones. Mm-hmm. And then they gave me the football and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you did the football?
And I had to do UEFA Nations League. I had to do that.
Yeah.
And my brother heard it. So 2 of my brothers have heard it. So I haven't heard it. Have we already played Finland?
No, that's today.
That's as the day of recording of this.
Oh, that's the day of recording of this.
Okay, so it should be on telly today.
So we lost to Finland.
Me saying.
That was awful how we lost to
Who
Finland.
was the other one? What was the other? Who did we play last week?
Last time was Greece.
Georgia
Greece.
again, probably.
Yeah, Greece versus Republic of Ireland. I had to do that, and I found it hilarious because I used to do years ago jokes when I was a kid about used to do the TV3 football guys. Remember they used to go, they'd go Panathinaikos, buy your Leverkusen. I used to love saying all those things, and then at Bray Match, football based sketch comedy thing.
Comedy show, yeah.
They started doing that, and I was like 16 going, you robbed my idea. Anyway, so that was like such a full circle moment.
That's incredible. I was hoping,
doing
because you did tell me about it, and I was hoping to hear your broy voice that you
I'm hoping to hear it too, because I just listened to it back once and said grand and then sent them in, and then I was so sure they were going to be like, these are crap. I just don't feel like I'm good at many things, but I don't feel like the voiceover stuff is really my wheelhouse. But I did loads. I did them for I can't even say what they are actually because they're secrets.
Secret match?
No, not other things that were not football, but that were things that were not football, but they're secret shows that haven't been announced yet.
Ireland versus FIFA All-Stars.
Kiev are playing Bohemians.
Okay, it wasn't
No
all
way.
football. Like I just said.
Oh,
it was
okay.
Other
Doing
television shows. You want me to do one?
Yeah, I want you to do one.
Oh, sorry.
Dancing in the
Gilson?
Stars Glenda Gilson is cancelled from Dancing in the Stars
Dancing?
because she hurt her ankle on a horse
Why would that be a voiceover on an ad?
in between the episode.
You just want to hear it as the broy
I want
voice?
to hear Shane do that. Yeah.
I'm shy now.
Oh, here we go.
Or do it like who's that Northern Irish guy who used to do it in between EastEnders or something like that on E4? Do you know there used to be this guy who do a real sassy thing like up next this whore is going to be. Do you not know that guy?
This
Oh,
who?
yeah. This
Yeah.
whore.
I don't remember that.
There
What
was
is
a guy
Your
used
man
to do
who used to do now on the UTV.
Oh,
yeah.
He didn't say who or though.
I mean,
He would do.
no.
Tracy's going to get a taste of her own medicine on Coronation Street tonight. Yes, that was.
She's an absolute whore.
Julian
something.
He's on. He did a podcast on Shane Todd, comedian from Belfast podcast, and it's very funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's on that, and he's funny on it.
First gay man I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, and you'd be kind of going, "What's the story with him?"
Yeah.
It was always downplayed. It was so weird. It was always like a very kind of like clinical environment that you would just see a gay man on. It was like Shirley Temple Bar just doing the bingo, like just doing
As
it
a boy.
rote. Yeah. No.
Sometimes she would do it.
Sometimes she would do it as a boy. But like Shirley Temple Bar and then like Julie, and it was just like it was in such cold isolation devoid of any kind of like fun or character. And but it was they were the first two.
Those guys. There was a man on Bosco, and he was.
Oh my God.
He died a couple of years ago, but I remember going, something about you. There's something about him. What is that?
How do you know
what
he
is that?
Was he famous outside of Bosco?
Yeah, he was on. I think he was in. There used to be a sketch show on RTE called Bull Ireland. Remember that? They used to
Oh,
do a
yeah.
political satire show. He was in that as well. Anyway, but he'd be performer or whatever. But he died a couple of years ago, an actor as well. But anyway, I remember thinking him as a kid, going Bosco as a kids show. I remember watching that, going, what's the story with him? Why is he a bit like that? He's a bit like a mammy.
Yeah.
He's a bit like a mammy, but he's a man.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be more like a daddy?
Yeah.
There'd be something there.
And why does he keep kissing all the other men?
Well, he wasn't. There was no gay stuff on Bosco.
Why is he
kissing Bosco?
Yeah, why is he kissing Bosco?
Is that gay? Is Bosco non-binary? What is going on?
For the international listeners, Bosco was basically a non-binary little puppet that had a little house that was a box, and grown adults would be around him. And I was just
spoke Irish, no?
He
No.
spoke. Well, he might have done a bit of Gramahagut or something. Yeah, the Kupla Focal.
Oh,
He was a little
Bosco!
puppet.
Oh my God! Don't know. This is not going the way of the Joe Duffy. Oh, Bosco!
I used to talk a bit like this. Boys and girls. Oh, it's hard to do Bosco.
I think my Bosco was actually perfect.
Thank you very much, boys and girls. Anyway, there was a great bit of
And then
Bosco
he
where they
grew
would
up
go.
to be Donald Gleeson.
Donald Gleeson played him as a child. There was always like this mystery door, and you'd be like, "Where's the door going to go? Where is it
Oh
going
my
to open?"
God.
You had no idea where it was going to go. Yet every time it would open on Dublin Zoo. That's
Dublin
where
Zoo.
the door opened to every time, and it was always like, "Look at this, an anteater." We'd be delighted every time. A simpler childhood.
I remember.
A simpler childhood.
I was
it
saying to you guys, I didn't have any Bosco or anything because I was born under the realm of the Queen of England.
You were one of the Queen's loyal
I was
subjects.
one of the Queen's loyal subjects when I was born.
So when Zig and Zag came on the Big Breakfast, you were like, "Who are these?"
I don't think Killian's mum would let them watch Big Breakfast.
Probably not. Yeah.
was Big Breakfast
Definitely not
bold?
TV in the morning, and it was bold.
We had
Denise
we
Van
had
Outen probably
English
in a bra,
ones. We had
eating a fry.
maybe some British listeners will know, but we had a thing called Play Days.
Play days.
And we had a
CBBS?
thing called Bananas in Pajamas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
love
had
that.
that.
we had
yeah,
Super
that's
Ted.
Yeah.
Super Ted.
Super Ted was my favorite. Was a big fan of Super Ted.
What I thought was weird about bananas in pajamas, bananas in pajamas coming downstairs, bananas chasing teddy bears, watch them as they catch their underwear.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
What's up with that?
Well, I mean, it's a cultural difference, but you guys wouldn't understand it over here in Ireland. But in the UK, catching your
Australian.
underwear, that's quite funny.
They're Australian.
It's quite a funny thing. The idea of
They are
pajamas in
Australian.
pajamas catching their underwear, that'd be quite funny for a child from the Commonwealth.
A little British subject.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I thought they had a very looming kind of presence, and I found that quite intimidating.
Well, they sort of leaned over. They're sort of they leaned over you, didn't they?
They did.
Pajamas and pajamas.
They wouldn't last a day in my house. To be
They weren't actually leaning over you. It's just the banana would be curved.
Yes,
That's all.
yeah, but they
It's just-
kind of
yeah,
had that
yeah.
sort of
This was,
leaning.
of course, pre-Brexit. I mean,
This was
thank God they were
pre-Brexit.
able to hold on to those
You know who one of the
pajamas.
biggest exporters of bananas in the world are?
Ireland.
monkeys.
The Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because we're the first port of call from South America, aren't we?
So it's not real, though.
Yes, but we do export those bananas.
Not really.
Not really.
I never said we were a banana grower. Roll back the tape.
You want
back
to
the
see a
tapes.
banana grower? Look over here. You want to see a banana
Belize.
grower? Show me Denise Van Houten on Big Breakfast.
Very good, Tony.
Thank you.
Good
That was
comedy.
good.
Well done.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
did
remember
like that.
seeing. No, I do remember Zig and Zag coming on Big Breakfast. I remember turning to my mum and going, "Mummy, why are they talking funny? What is wrong with them? They seem very stupid. I don't like them.
This is the 6th time I've seen them on TV. Why
Why-
can't they talk normal?
They look so dirty, and they're always bombing things."
Can they tarmac? Are they able to tarmac our drive? Those puppets from Zog?
Why do they talk like the people who are drinking all the time?
What? Were you from South Africa?
I was a little South African baby.
England?
Yeah.
Wow, there's so much I don't know about
No,
you.
that was the German English accent would sound something like that, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that's kind of what your dad has.
Yeah.
Your dad's got a little bit of taking the soup.
My dad, yeah. He's like, "You're right, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah. But no,
So look-
you're back from
yeah, and
holidays.
I
Shane?
looked so hard.
Fair fucks for not
Jesus.
mentioning it, by the way.
Thank you.
If that was
didn't
me,
mention it at
I
all.
would have.
I got into bed 7 hours ago from the present moment, so that is my commitment to my professionalism.
How late was your flight?
It was like an hour or something. I don't
No,
know.
but what time flight?
We were supposed to get in at 5 to 12 at night.
What?
And then we got in at like 1:45 or something.
Mid-
Or whatever.
It's
Guess,
wild.
guess how many hours before the flight he got to the airport?
Yeah, well, that was an accident.
I mean, come on. What, you know.
4.
4? Oh.
Yeah, but see, we got the time of the flight wrong in our head. That I will say, I didn't say at the time. That's completely Raymond's fault. So I will say that. But I also on the way
Well,
over,
Raymond's not here to defend himself.
I
so-
left my glass. Yeah, okay, you be balanced. Go on. I left my glasses and a new jacket that Raymond got for my birthday on a shirt on the plane over. So we wanted to get there a bit early to try and one last ditch attempt to see if they have it. Where are they gone? Where is it gone?
No.
Like the little, oh God, it was really annoying. I left the thing and then there was old people beside me who, I was on the aisle seat and the man thought that the middle seat means he sits in his seat and also on me as well. That's where he thought I will just sit on this chap.
Yeah, that's
as
how
well.
it works.
And he had both the armrests. His wife tucked it in the corner at the window. Anyway, he drove me completely nuts. But then I was annoyed at him the whole way. And then afterwards, at the carousel, they were like, is that the man who's beside us? And did you leave your glass? And I was like, oh fuck, I did, yeah. And then they wouldn't go away. They were so concerned about it. And I was like, Raymond was gone to the toilet and I was like, all right, well, I understand. Thank you very much for alerting me now. Can you please fuck off? So I'm in an airport. I'm in jeans and it was 30 degrees.
Oh my God.
But I'm in the jeans because I didn't want to put them in the back. You know,
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm sweating. I'm in bed. Can you please go away so I can stew
We'll
in
sort this out.
And I wanted to be annoyed about it, really annoyed about it for like while Raymond was just going for the toilet. And so when he comes back, I'd be less
Irritated.
and not. I was like,
But you were
can we
more
go look?
irritated.
But I was more,
Weird
and I
how
couldn't shake
different
them
people
off.
work.
And then we went around looking for offices, and then the course, classic. I mean, it's so cliche sometimes, the Irish people or whatever, but the classic, she was being such a mammy about it. She was like, we're going to some other office, and they were there at the point. They were like, Annie, look. And I was like, Raymond, do you talk to them? I cannot address them.
Anyway,
Please do not
Paul
address
and
them.
Anne, we spent the week with them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We swapped lovers.
The plane was like, we flew Aer Lingus over Ryanair home, and I try not to. I don't even want to talk about Ryanair. Maybe actually, you know, I just hate the ads. Anyway, I tried to do. I tried to do everyone on the plane. It was like the bottom class of the Titanic. Everyone was being over familiar. They had their socks off.
full of those
People had their
sog monsters from the Big Breakfast.
Yeah, they had their shoes off.
Oh my
Everyone
God.
went to the toilet. Everyone was so thick on the plane. Now, maybe we were tired and grumpy, but we hated them all.
so thick.
Tony,
Everyone was so
I've
thick.
never encountered
Except me.
such a couple of hundred fools.
Oh my
They'd
God.
all go up to the. It was like apes. They'd go up to the toilet and they rather than just
Is this on the way back or on the way
on the way
over?
home.
Yeah.
If they want
They
to
were
check the
playing
toilets
trad.
open,
They were swinging around in circles.
were.
One of the girls took her shoes off and stood on her toes. Yeah.
the man. There was a boy flight attendant, and do they get commission for selling the drink? Because it was duty free when you go there for some reason, even though it's the EU. I don't really understand.
Weird. What's Africa?
Well, it is Africa, but it's anyway. Look, do you know what? If we spent all our time worrying about that, keep the 6 counties. But do
didn't
they get
jump in on that
commission
one,
because
Killian.
this
So
guy
that's-
wouldn't shut up?
Yeah.
I bet he did. He was like, "Now, boys and girls, ladies and gents, there we got this." It was, and it was like, it is midnight. Can you please just sell your Bombay Sapphire and shut the fuck up? He was, excuse me. He was unbelievably annoying. And then he would say, like, he had the perfumes, like, oh no, so then for the lovely ladies. And I was like, you misogynist bastard. I was like, you know who else can wear perfume apart from lovely ladies? Bitch ladies, pig ladies, prick ladies, awful smelly ladies. They can also wear perfume.
And
if they
also
like.
look at the
Not just
people
for
on this is not
ones.
lovely ladies. Some of these are very thick.
It wasn't the lovely lady on the flight. I was the closest thing to a lovely lady on that flight. Tell you what. Oh my God. No, it was really the depths of despair. Now, over there, I tried
Raymond's
to find.
very patient partner.
No, Raymond just, yeah.
I mean to deal with you.
Raymond also was annoyed at them. I
Okay,
looked everywhere for laser pens for you guys and they didn't have any.
Damn it.
So I got this. Now found this in the airport. So I got this and I thought we could use it together. So it's a sound machine.
Oh my
Soundboard.
God.
Oh my God.
So maybe if Tony says, say that Denise Van Outen joke again. You can call.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You go for it.
If you're looking for a banana grower, check out Denise Van Outen. If you're looking for a banana grower, look at me when I check out Denise Van Outen on a big breakfast. That's great.
Yeah. Or
That's good.
And make sure to sign up to HeadStuff Plus.
That's very strong.
Would you like a go of it?
Please.
Some of the
Dim
sounds
first. I wanna
do
go.
go on too long.
Okay.
Tony's the older brother, so he goes first.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
true.
roster.
Yeah. So like definitely like one a funny joke I can make.
Get on with it, Tony.
No,
Jesus.
just
It's a small section about the
going
No,
soundboard.
on?
just there's a lot of options here. Is there a duck in here?
That was a fart.
Jesus Christ. Tony.
I'll come back to me.
You're a professional comedian.
He is, just so you know, he is based on tiny pictures of what the sounds might be, and he has never used it before. I did just take this out live. Killian.
Oh my God!
Killian's looking
Oh,
at a
looking
device.
at it like it's a phone.
It's not a phone, Pet.
17 minutes later.
Hey, off time. Oh no.
Different kind of whistle.
Okay, so
That's
that was
wrong.
nah, you got shafted on that one. It was
That
a
was-
picture
that
of
was
a
a picture
referee
of a
whistle.
whistle.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, well, how about this? Hey,
my
and this is for any of the lovely ladies on the flight.
Okay, well, I
Okay,
suppose.
There you go.
Yeah.
Play a few more. Just go through them.
What's this one?
That's
Oh
a
my God, that's
grotesque.
grotesque.
A
Jesus.
burp.
burp,
awful.
yeah. This one might be.
Put it right into the.
Put
it right into the mic. That's the.
I don't think
sorry,
I want
that's
to hear
the
the
thing. I was
burp.
putting it like a phone.
No,
I was
it's
treating
not
like
a
a phone as
phone.
well.
I feel really bad. Oh,
That's boring.
what's that?
Just a light bulb.
You had an
it
idea?
says.
Maybe you had an idea.
Oh, and I suppose everyone's been wondering who is the winner of the best young hot guy? Killian Sundermann.
I need it, baby.
See, that's
I
too
would
long.
like to thank my father.
The fuck was that? Oh, yeah,
South African.
Thank
Whoa,
God, 'cause I
Tony,
was-
you're drunk. Stay steady, Tony. Oh, careful.
Woo, woo, woo. Anyway, anyone who's listening to this podcast for the first time, we would like to welcome you.
I
Yeah.
want to welcome you. Thank you so. It's not always
It's not
this
like
good.
this always.
It's usually a lot worse than this. We haven't done a flute. This one is a. Do you want to try that one?
I've got some big news.
Oh,
Not really. I
and
thought it'd be
that
more
actually
of
felt inappropriate.
Yeah.
a.
We've got some big news. I'm going to bomb. Portmarnock.
I have to get a colonoscopy soon. Well, I'm actually a bit nervous about it, so I don't know why you're laughing.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
This
that was
is-
good, Tony.
This is great.
This is one of the best nights of my life.
Nights of my life.
Some of the
These
best
are, is
nights.
this?
It's 10 a.m., but this is one of the best
What's
nights
this
of my
one?
life.
Oh, that's good.
Which one is that one? Sad face, plain face?
It's a sad face. Yeah, so I just got the news from the doctor. It's not looking good.
Wow. Okay, you
He's
froze
laughing
there.
to himself.
Definitely 10 more minutes of this.
All right,
One more. That's good.
Okay.
All right.
We'll put
well,
it on the shelf and come back
if
to
they
it.
have the laser pens, do get them.
So they didn't have laser pens. I want to de-influence, if anyone goes to Gran Canaria, I want to de-influence the picturesque town of Mogan. There's nothing there. Don't
Peter
go.
Mogan.
No, Mogan. I paid €12 with the shuttle to go to Mogan. Nothing there.
Oh my God.
Nothing there.
Mogan, mo problems. More like Nogan.
Anyway, it's great to be home.
Did you have a
Do you
fight?
think I have a bit of
You were there
colour?
for. You were there. Have 10 days.
You do have
No,
colour.
just
You do
a
have
week.
colour.
And do you know what? A week is plenty for us.
Weeks plenty.
Raymond and I was saying, I don't know how anyone goes anywhere for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you be
plenty.
doing?
What would you be doing?
What would you be doing?
Did you have a fight?
Oh, yes, many.
Okay,
Nice.
great.
We were laughing then. We were looking at another couple at breakfast who were there for the first day. And, you know, they're so enamored by their breakfast. And then by the end, you're like, everything here is disgusting food. But we were like, Raymond was looking at this couple beside us. And then they went off to get more coffee, whatever they went. And Raymond was like, they don't even know just how many fights they're going to have. So I'm laughing at that. It is nice to fight internationally.
It
though.
is. It is. Because you leave it there for the most part. Or you kind of don't,
Yeah.
unless you have a big fight in the airport on the way home. You kind of mostly leave it there. You know. And also, it's not really based because all of the kind of like external factors that might cause a fight aren't there. They're not present. So whatever an issue, it's literally just you in the moment. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You in the moment right now are pissing me off. And then it's not brought up to any,
Yeah.
you know.
We would have random swings of who would be for. This was so weird. Like sometimes I would like, just buy it, fuck it, do it. And Rain would be like, well, like, we can't spend. And then the next day, Rain would be like, Remember, like, just buy it. I'm like, it's very expensive. Like, really weird. Like, why were we swinging? Like, what am I trying to say? Swinging left and forth, and I was like, I don't know what. I don't know.
That's two people wanting the other person to be happy. That's all that is. Being like, that would make you happy. I think so. That would make you happy.
No, I think we were trying to do don't buy it. I was like, don't buy that.
Oh, yeah. Like what kind of things? Fedora?
I don't know, the bottle of Prosecco at dinner or something. I don't know, whatever it was.
That kind of thing. Okay, treat yourself. You're on holidays.
They had Prosecco at the breakfast, which I really approve of.
Divine.
Particularly rosé Prosecco, which I wouldn't normally go for at all. But I was like, if it's part of my I've already paid for this, absolutely. Give me
and a 5-star breakfast was still
What was it? So
great.
there was a 5-star hotel. What was it like?
To be honest,
Shane's
it
rich,
wasn't
as
as good as last. We were there before. It wasn't good as last time.
Oh.
You went to the same place again.
Look, I won't be criticised for that, okay?
It's a very
old person thing to do. I know that. We're finished with it now. Our relationship with that place is now finished. And next time we go on our long sun holiday, we will go somewhere else.
Just because
we all supposed to go to fucking Sheffield and fucking Marseille and all the cool fucking. Sometimes it's important to go to a trashy place to an expensive hotel.
What's the name of the hotel? Oh no, you can't name it.
I won't name it. I won't give them satisfaction.
No, but I mean, after you, I just love that. Like, it's gonna come to like post Fringe in August next year, and then you and Ray will look at each other and you'll be like, "We just go back to."
We're not going back.
We go there every year. We have a lovely time.
We're not going back.
We know the waiters' names.
We were there 2 years ago. We were there 2 years ago. We went again this year. So
that's lovely. Not like you, Killian. You have a big massive map.
You're always away.
And you're always like, oh, there's a pin.
Bing,
never going
bing,
back again. Because I'm just ticking it off.
I was in Berlin for my mum's 60th. Yeah. My mum had a fucking nightmare. She went to Prague and Dresden after the trip to Berlin, and she was in great form. 60th birthday. It was really wonderful. She was doing some really funny stuff. She's
very young.
My mum. Oh, well, there you go. Thank you. I don't know.
Krackenberg.
What do I say?
Krackenberg.
She's hot.
She was. There's a thing that you get when you're going somewhere in Berlin. You get a Vig beer, like a beer for the way. And my mum was enjoying everyone being there, and she went
take a can for a walk.
Take a can for a walk, that kind of thing. They call it a Vig beer.
Expression. Yeah.
And my mum went up to Finn and she's like, "Finn, do you not want to get a gay beer?" That was good. Why do we get one of those gay beers? And he was like, "That's not what you say, ma." But then she went to Dresden, went to Prague, and went to the airport. The security was so bad in Prague that something like 80% of the Ryanair flight that she was on arrived to the flight and it was gone. It left without them.
You're joking.
80% of them, and they didn't know what to do. They had to stay overnight, like loads of, like 150 Irish people or something like that, stuck in Prague airport, and then they had to go back. She was stuck there for 3 days trying to get a flight out of Prague.
Oh my God.
She managed to get a bus back into Prague the next day, and then they found a place to stay, and it was
a woman in her
nightmare.
60s as
Oh
well.
my God.
I know, exactly.
Oh, terrible.
A woman in her 60s.
Can I bring something in from the mail ball bag, actually?
Yes, you may.
We don't normally do mail ball bag on main, but we did talk about this before about Mom saying things wrong.
Yeah.
What was the gay beer she said?
She said instead of Vig beer, she said gay beer.
Okay, well, that's kind of funny. Fiona messaged. Hi, Fiona. Love.
Hi, Fiona.
Now, Fiona's
Thanks very
actually
much.
catching up, so you won't hear this for weeks, Fiona, but it's going to blow your mind when it
Fiona
happens.
is my mother's name.
Oh, that is weird as well.
Yeah,
that
that's
is weird as
weird.
well. Fiona emailed last night and she said that she's been catching up, and she says, I know this is really from ages ago, but her mom continues to call the spire the spiral, which I quite like.
I love that.
Meet you under the spiral.
Yeah. And she also says dilute instead of delete. So she say, can you delete some of the pictures off my phone? Quite into that, Fiona. Thank you very much. And also, she said, maybe I missed a few eps, and is this an in-joke, but is Tony's cousin Omar real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's real.
He is.
He's
He's
real,
incredible.
and he invented the wheel.
He's invented a lot of things. As you know, I brought him up for the first time because he's the first person to come up with the table quiz name Quiz Team Aguilera. Multiple other things. I think whenever people create the Young Hot Guys wiki, we can have a list of Omar's inventions, the things that he's invented first. But yeah, no, he's very real.
He also invented Wikipedia while we were talking about it.
He did. Yes, he invented Wikipedia. Omar is my hot cousin. He was born on the exact same day as me. And then he came to live with me when he was like 8 in Dublin, and we were best friends, but I was very jealous because he was taller and better at sports, but still our best friends.
When I did Tony's podcast before we had this podcast, Tony's cousin Omar said I seem like a nice fella. And that touched me so much.
So he's a very bad judge of character. Like he does a lot. I'm glad you brought
Inventive,
that up because
but
he's very
bad judge of
inventive,
character.
very bad
Bad
judge of
I
character.
think it's good to pass. There's a little life lesson. Someone like pass on compliments like that. We don't do it enough. You should. If someone was saying, "I met your friend Killian. He's absolutely lovely," and then you go, "Oh, I should tell you that." And that's
Pass
never
it on.
happened. it's never happened. But
Yeah, if that happened.
Do you know
We
what
have
they
to-
meant?
Yeah,
Do you
hypothetically.
Do you ever people say to you, you know, especially when you were a kid, you know, and look, yeah, you know, tell your mom I was asking for her. Never once have I delivered that message that so-and-so was asking for my mum. If you're saying, tell your mom I was asking for her, that's going in the bin. I don't know why.
you do
I
it
can't.
you do it for texting now, though. You know, it's like you're texting someone and then it's like, I'm with you, and say, oh, Killian says hi. Killian says hi. Killian,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
he's like, tell him I said hi. He's like, Killian says hi. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
I remember I was a kid once and some teacher. Yeah, once.
Just
Yeah,
once.
I was a kid once and never again.
You are immortal.
What's
You're
that
a
thing they
kid.
say? Like one day your mother put you down and never picked you back up again.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I was a kid once.
But she holds you metaphorically in her heart. Metaphorically, metaphysically.
Metaphysical in your heart.
I was a teacher asked me how my mum was, and it's like a kid, and I just answered it really genuinely. I was like, "Oh, she's pretty stressed at the moment. She's pretty stressed at the moment, just like a little kid." Like I was like,
Yeah.
you know, she just had a new baby, and she's pretty stressed right now. And then I remember a few days later, my mum coming up to me going, "Did you tell your teacher I was stressed?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Why? You can't be telling people I'm stressed, Killian." I was like, "No, you're not. I didn't say that. I just said you were."
You're not helping
I
the cause
didn't."
here,
I
ma'am.
was like, "You're very stressed. Very, very stressed."
Yeah. It's just sleeping a lot. Just having big sleeps a lot these
Yeah,
days.
she sleeps a lot. She like drinking during the day.
Kind of sleeps a lot during the day and kind of passes out a lot.
You'd be delighted though if a kid started telling you gossip, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Because kids do famously say the darndest things.
Yes.
You know they do.
Yeah. I think I'd be good at one of those shows. You know, who do they have? Was Michael Barrymore had the show with the kids? School Around the Corner?
Oh, yikes.
And then Bing,
wrong with that?
Jay Ryan
and
had
then
one as
Bing
well.
Cosby on the other side. I think
School around the corner.
Bing Cosby, the
just
one who smacked the shit out of the kids.
isn't he? I think he did that though. I think he did that show.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Bill Cosby.
Yes. Yeah.
That was Bill Cosby. Yeah, I think I'd be good at that.
What did I
The
say?
Bill
Bing?
Cosby stuff?
Yeah, the Bill Cosby
But
stuff.
it's
yeah.
like everyone who's done that show has been a dodgy person. It's not a, you know.
that format of show. Yeah, I suppose it might be career suicide, but I've had a good run. You know?
I would also like to do one of those shows of talking to kids about stuff.
All right, well. Okay, well, Kevin Backhurst, there we'll host a fighting competition between me and Shane, and the
You
winner.
have a sitcom.
I know, but I want this thing as well.
You want everything.
I want it all.
I want it all.
You will be good at that. No, you want to be talking to adults.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a show where you talk to little kids, young people, and adults all about the same topic at different times.
Oh, that's good.
Something like that.
Noel Edmonds did a thing like that where you had the parents
Okay,
playing a
I
thing,
withdraw.
and then the parents were in a kind of ghost train, and then based on what the answers, the kids gave the answers they thought the parents would say, and if the parents said the right answer, they weren't gunged, and if they said it wrong, they were
Gunging. That
covered
was
in- covered
good
in-
time.
covered in gunge.
Gunge.
I mean, I'd be much.
I think the British gunge was better than the American gunge.
it looked
Liquid, more
Viscous.
like thicker, kind of. Yeah.
The American
Slimier.
gunge seemed to. I think the American gunge was always in a big kind of sound stage, so that it fell from a much higher place. So when people
Yes.
got gunged, you
Yeah.
see the recoil in their head, like
Yeah.
the Nickelodeon shows, like ah,
Yeah.
you know, like their heads kind of.
Yeah.
And I think in the
I
British
mean, that
ones, it was
famous
a bit-
Katy Perry gunge.
Yes, I was thinking of that gunge.
That was quite liquidy gunge and very brute force. It was like they had a fireman's.
It was a
kinda-
water cannon.
It was a water cannon. Yeah.
water cannon, the gunge.
Whereas the British gunge, it sort of would fall on you, but it'd be, you know, it'd stick to you.
Yeah, it would. It was. It's gunge. So Americans would have called it slime. Although we can check Claire, it would have been slime. Nickelodeon slime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
slime.
say hello to Claire.
Say hello
Claire's
to
the
Claire.
intern
Claire,
here.
American intern Claire.
She's from America.
Yes.
And this is her first time listening to this podcast, and I just hope she's okay in there. You know?
She's giving us a thumbs down.
Oh my god. Hey!
Okay,
God,
the
thrill of
you fucking
the
pulled it
thrill
off.
of
of
going to
having
the
it.
soundboard.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I remember the British kids TV shows. I remember they used to tell us that that Ireland was like part of the British Empire or something like that. I remember they used to say something like that.
They said that shit.
Yeah, it was like this weird thing that they used to say, and they used to say
How do you
that
say?
we owned it or something like that, and that's kind of why I came over here. So
Who was that? Who said that? Fucking Super Ted.
Chris
That prick?
Akabusi?
Super Ted, yeah, Super Ted.
Could have been Chris Akabusi.
Could have been Chris Akabusi.
Who's Chris Akabusi?
Might have been. Do you know what I always found? I think I liked Danger Mouse when I was a kid. You know,
Yeah,
Danger
yeah, yeah.
Danger Mouse, I like too.
I loved. But then when I watch it, I'm kind of like, but what other kind of missions is he doing for MI5? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like what other Is he kind of disrupting governments? You know what I mean? Is he in Northern Ireland sometimes, Danger Mouse? Do you know what I mean? Especially at that time.
That's true.
Because it was very entrenched in the kind of British military system. You know?
I think James Bond Jr. did Northern Ireland, I think.
He did. Oh, he did. Yeah.
He did that.
He
That was
did,
him,
and
did.
Captain Planet did.
He did the partition.
No.
Yes.
James Bond Jr., one of the greatest shows. But I think
There was a show called James Bond Jr.
Picture James Bond.
Oh my
But he had a
God.
mullet.
Oh my God.
No
And
one
he's-
can stop him, but Scum always tries.
It's true.
I didn't know that
It's
was a
cartoon,
thing.
Yeah.
He learned the game from his uncle
How
James.
old is he?
He's known by the name James Bond Jr. He was really cool. He wore a light tan leather jacket,
Okay.
Red
and he had
t-shirt,
like a group of. They were all like cool teens.
Did he have his romantic kind of thing?
Yeah, he had a little piece.
Not
yeah,
so much.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
kind of kid-
But
yeah.
she was there.
She was around.
There was a girl.
Why is it so he knows his
There was
uncle?
a nerd girl that definitely was not for him. She was called BB, I think.
And what was his-
She obviously stupid, gross little nerd.
I would have went
disgusting.
for her. That would have been my kind of bread and butter.
Yeah, she was gross. So don't go near her.
What kind of things does he do? Proper government stuff? Or just
explosions,
more local? He's on the local
submarines.
thing.
Yeah, kind of explosions. And like his car would kind of change to a boat
and then
sometimes.
going to Northern Ireland?
I feel like that.
Well, I know Captain Planet for sure did. I think
Maybe
James Bond
that's what
Jr.
I'm
might
thinking of
have
Captain
as well.
Planet.
Very similar animation
Is Captain
style.
Planet? Oh, James
would
Bond
probably
is
were
an
the same-
animation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Captain
sorry.
Planet. They did go to.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The villain was called Scum.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
SCUM.
Scum.
Yeah.
Like-
Secret something.
Yeah, and he was all, and James Bond Jr. would always try and. It was really cool. I had a really cool toy of it. I got
Oh.
a motorbike and submarine. It would transform like a transformer.
Jaws was in it. The villain. He was.
Jaws would be in at
Jaws
times.
would be
That's
in at
right.
times.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
There was a geek. I think a geek boy. Maybe somebody would always.
Did he
devise-
shoot a gun?
I doubt it. But they probably would have given
He
him like a
murdered. Did
laser
he mur-
rifle.
like was he murdering people?
Yeah, no, probably lasery. Yeah,
A child
probably more
murdering
I
lasery.
don't think he had the license to kill. I
Young
think
James
that was
Bond.
just young James
Imagine
Bond.
him in therapy
Well, James
now.
Bond Jr.
James Bond Jr. He's James Bond's nephew.
Oh,
He learned the game from his uncle James. That was in the
okay.
theme song.
But like James Bond, alcoholic, murdering. You know.
he has a
uncle-
license to kill. He's not a murderer.
Okay, well, I mean,
That's
some
part
of
of the
those
thing.
some of those kills that he does are kind of like,
They're pretty brutal.
what's a license to kill? You know, no one has a license to kill. Who gives them the license?
If I had a
The
license
British
to kill,
government.
I
He's
know
in
I'd be going
America
straight
killing
for your
people.
heart.
That's not. Or he's in Ireland.
Would you
killing
be a
people.
Bond girl, like a Bond or the Bond love
Yeah.
interest, if you were given the opportunity?
Yes.
Be a Bond girl.
Of
Like
course.
be the Bond girl.
Are you
the
fucking
Bond
crazy?
boy.
That would be iconic.
Yeah, I know.
course.
I mean, you would probably
The first Bond girl boy.
first Bond boy.
And you'd be the first Bond boy.
Oh, to be a Bond boy.
Oh,
Oh, you'd be there arriving in your like suit or whatever, being like, I think you can do better than that, James. That kind of thing.
blowing on the dice.
Yeah,
I always liked those.
you'd be cool, and then you'd be in peril, and then you'd have your hair tousled.
They, Sometimes they'd arrive and they'd be like super cool. Also, would have guns and hiya, hiya, something like that.
Yeah.
And then James would seduce them,
Yeah.
ride them out of it, well and truly.
Yeah.
And then they would become little waifs. Then they
Yeah.
were
Yes.
like, James.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
a minute ago you strangled someone with your knees.
Yeah.
He's
And
always,
then
he's
they're
always
like,
sizing them up as well. He's
James!
always like psychoanalyzing them. Like, let me guess, Oxford anthropology. Boyfriend broke up with you because you take your work too seriously.
yeah.
Spend your evenings alone.
How did you guess, Mr. Bond?
Tell me, James.
I will suck you off in the toilet.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say only child, but judging by the way you said your parents died in a car crash, I'm going to say orphan. I think you are.
Well, we all have our secrets, Mr. Bond.
Yeah.
But it depends on the Bond, right? Because like if it was like Sean Connery and you're just sitting there and you're like, "Hello, James," and he just grabs you by the wrists and he's like, "Oh, get on the bed," like it's just completely
Bond time.
different,
Yeah.
Complete.
There's different ones.
I'd
Yeah.
like to be, if it was a Bond, I'd want to be a Pierce Brosnan Bond boy.
Yes.
If I had to choose.
If I had to pick I don't think Brosnan was the sexiest one.
I think Daniel Craig in Bond probably was the sexiest in Bond. Like he had the best chemistry and he was pretty sultry. But I'd still think Pierce Brosnan.
I don't think so.
I'd want to be his.
Craig was more like an action man. I think like in the era, he was what the era wanted him to be, which was more of an action hero. Whereas the 90s wanted Brosnan to be like the sexy kind of guy. It was a real sexy era. And I think he was. I mean, you'd want him. I want to blow on his dice.
Oh,
Excuse
pardon
me.
My favorite thing in a Bond movie ever is when in Casino Royale, and like this is the introduction of like this new Bond, you know, when he has his first kill at the start of it, and he's chasing after that guy who's like, you know, a free runner, and he runs up the crane or
great
whatever
scene.
like that, and then he runs through and he's chasing this guy through this derelict building, and the free runner dives through this small air vent, and then you're looking up at the air vent, and then Bond just fucking crashes through the wall,
yeah.
and it was just this is a different Bond. Makes me very excited.
Yeah.
What do you think coolest bit in action film was?
In Street Fighter, when Kylie Minogue does a thrust kick.
Oh yeah, that was very cool.
That was pretty hilarious.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you risk being a Bond boy even though you'd probably have to like delete all social media, and you'd probably in this world, you know, would probably suffer a lot of
Abuse.
troll
Yeah.
abuse,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I'd still do it.
Yeah?
100%. 100%.
Imagine you were in it and you just weren't a very good actor in it.
You'd probably make £1 million.
I know, but you're just in out of your depth. You're like, hey.
James!
Yeah.
James! Yeah. James! Sorry.
Yeah. Who is that guy?
James, they're all coming from their thousands of bad guys shooting us all.
Yeah. How did they leave that taken?
James, the
Oh my
laser
God.
is going to tear us apart.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a new James Bond?
Well, they're
haven't
sizing up
announced it yet.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Is he
He's the front runner, but he's not
too big and
confirmed.
strong?
I think they should get the guy. Have you seen that film Rebel Ridge? Sorry, this is not a movies podcast. I can already feel
Okay.
it.
No, but I did notice that Netflix auto-downloaded it to my phone.
Brilliant. It's
Oh,
really,
they did a little
it's really
U2
good.
album?
Yeah, it was like,
Wow.
I went to download some things to watch on the plane, and then it was like, you know, you can save them.
Yeah.
And then it was like, here, do you want to watch Rebel Ridge? We already downloaded it for you. I was like, I've never even heard of this.
I think he should be the Bond, your man, the English guy in that. Well, he plays like an American in it, but it's a fucking class film. I highly recommend Rebel Ridge.
Red Bull Ridge.
Rebel Ridge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's about a guy who comes to town and the cops take his money lawfully, and he's trying to get it back to get his cousin out of prison, and then he
His
has
cousin
to,
Omar.
His cousin Omar.
his cousin Omar,
Yeah.
and then he has to enact vengeance.
Nice.
But in a very like, you know, well done, kind of morally good, and just very what's it called when someone's very good at their job?
We wouldn't know.
we will
Oh my God.
You're asking the wrong person.
Tony, is there a book called My Cousin Omar?
My cousin Omar, my dinner with Andre.
No, I love My Dinner with Andre.
Yeah, I watched it and I found it very boring, but I couldn't stop watching it.
Manouille Chez Maud, a really good French film.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
look at us, very
Is that
refined.
what is that?
It's a French film.
Right.
With I think it's an affair with a. I
Did
can't
you just
remember
say
exactly.
the name of a French film?
Well, you're saying my dinner with Andre. You're saying my cousin Omar. I thought I'd say Manouille Chez Maud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
very
just
strong.
thought
My
I'd-
Cousin Omar is not a book. I'm thinking of something
No.
else. It's not thinking of something else.
Yeah. If you have seen Manouille Chez Maud, please get in touch. It's in the Criterion collection.
I
think.
read the book that I said I was going to read on holidays, Evenings and Weekends by Oisin McKenna.
And is it good?
It's fucking brilliant. I read it in the 2 days.
Shout out Oisin McKenna.
Shout out
and
Oisin
what is it
McKenna,
called?
who, by the way, listens to this podcast. Hello,
Oh,
Oisin.
hey,
Yes.
hello.
Well, he did it one time. He told me, I messaged him about something. He said, by the way, I listen to your podcast. And he's like, it's the only podcast I listen to all the way through. And then I was like, okay. And that was months ago, but maybe he doesn't anymore. So if you've moved on,
Well,
Oisin,
that's
Best time to get back
it's
in
fine.
the
Oh,
saddle.
too busy
we're
being a
reading your
big,
book.
big London author now.
Too cool for school.
There was some comments on the Spotify and stuff going, longer episodes. And I'll tell you, you think that.
You think you want that?
You think you want that, but you ever notice, like I often think it's funny when I'm listening to a podcast on my own at home or whatever. I'll put on, if I get the house to myself for 5 bloody minutes, you know, it's
Oh my
like
God.
between the kids and himself, you know what I mean?
The
But
twins.
if I get 5 minutes to stick on a podcast, like I'm like, those lads are still talking, and I'm like out the back. I'm like moving the plants around, moving the table. I'm like, are you still in here talking? I was like,
Yeah.
Like you switch. I sometimes think people listen to this every second, but of course they don't.
No.
But you think you want a longer
You think.
episode.
Let me tell
but
you, it's like
don't.
gyozas, right? You have 6 gyozas, you're like, oh God, I could eat 30 gyozas.
Mm.
Then you eat 12 gyozas, and you still think, I actually could eat 30 gyozas. Then you do actually put the whole bag of gyozas on, and it's too many gyozas.
We got gyozas the other day, and in a restaurant called Miss Asia. Right,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely obsessed with it.
That's
I
great.
posted on Instagram and I said like, "That's Miss Asia actually." And then this guy called Craig wrote back and was like, he said, "Is there a Mr. Asia?" And I was like, "Oh, that's the better joke." Yeah.
Yeah.
You know those Asian restaurants where they're like absolutely bluffing it? I just love it. I was like, "Do you have edamame?" And she's like, we've just run out today. And I was like, you lying bitch. You don't serve it here.
You don't have
it's
it.
not on the menu, but I just thought I'd ask just in case. And we just ran out today.
The next time. Edinburgh, mate.
Yeah, she's like, next time. I was like, I'm on holidays here.
It is insane that you can go to an Asian restaurant and like you would like if it was just like Europe restaurant.
Yeah.
You know. Do you
What
have
would be in Europe restaurant? Or just potatoes and
probably
beer?
lasagna and chips and
Yeah.
you know that kind of thing?
Generic. Welcome to Europe restaurant. We have party, but we also have good food.
Yeah.
It's great time here, and everybody's having a nice time. So really cool here is communal kind of food situation. So you just go up, serve yourself, and have a really good time.
Yeah.
It's great, but also have a good time.
Have you had
remember-
Europe food before? It's very big.
Make
We
party.
do big plates here.
Make peace for the world, of
Yeah.
course. We're all young people in university having a great time.
Yeah, that is that guy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
the
guy.
foreign exchange student.
Yeah, I did mean him. I was just thinking of Erasmus.
No, I just meant that guy as the
Oh, I
character.
thought I was thinking-
it's just like a Erasmus kind of person.
Well, we got off the rails there. For a
Yeah,
second.
we're here.
Dit clown Donald Trump.
Make sure
man.
you get mayonnaise before the Dutch guys because they like the mayonnaise with their chip and pommes frites.
Yeah.
They do. My dad introduced me to mayonnaise with chips when I was little, and I curse him for it
Oh.
because I will eat a whole bottle of mayonnaise over that chips. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I remember there was a kid I used to hang out with. This is the kid I
very
used to
good.
go to his house and he'd put me in his chair and be like, or we're going to play Flight Simulator. And then he'd like sit down on his computer and we'd fly from Dublin to LA. And I'd be like, this is kind of boring because he's like over on the other side of the room on his computer and I had to sit there. And that was the
Why
game.
do you have to sit there?
Because I'm the passenger.
Oh,
And then
my
I was
God.
like, and I was like, all right, look, I'm good. And he was like, hang on, I haven't turned the fasten seatbelt sign off.
oh, a freak.
Anyway, so then he brought out
like
food.
a really
and he
manipulative.
brought out chips and there was a big slab of butter on the side and he was eating butter chips.
Buttered chips.
Yeah.
I know.
Weird little
Yeah.
freak.
Yeah, no, here, you know. you might
No,
be
he's a
listening to this.
fucking weirdo.
That's a weird
No,
little
I
it's
don't
freak.
believe-
Stephen,
I'm
man, like,
anti-bullying.
you're very good friends.
Yeah.
I'm anti-bullying, but
I find that weird that you're friends with a freak like that.
Well, look, people eat, different kind of things. It wasn't for me. I would
Butter
probably,
chips?
If I saw it in the laminated menu in the kind of seat thing in front of me, which they don't have anymore, can't put that in there, which is actually good because I've lost a lot of things in there.
Yes.
The little pocket.
Where did you
glasses.
leaving your stuff on the plane? Is where did you do that now?
it's actually, in some ways, very like me and also unlike me. I left the jacket under the thing because I had to jump up off the plane because the man was like, he was touching my leg all the time. He kept touching imagine you're a stranger and I'm touching their legs. See that?
It's quite,
Yeah.
that's quite nice. But
Okay,
yeah,
that's because we love each other. It's not the same if you're a strange old man you don't know.
yeah.
Do you know
yeah.
what I hate on the plane, right? Say, say I'm at the window seat and you're in the middle aisle, all right? Or so you're in the middle and you're in the aisle, right? That we're all sitting here and it's like, fasten seatbelt sign goes up. Ding!
Yeah, standing up.
Where are you going?
Where you going?
Yeah,
Where you going?
I have my seatbelt on all the time in case the plane explodes and my body might be found if it's close to a
it's a
chair.
dad move though. I would have thought you'd do that. Yeah, like
No, I wait.
like dad, like get up immediately like this. Like
Why is everyone? I know. I just wait.
we got to get in line.
We're still
Just wait.
here.
I'm waiting.
We just sit here. We're not even getting our coats yet. The kids still look at your magazines or whatever like that. This is not until
What
they're
magazines are your kids reading?
just fucking house and living, country living,
Country living.
country living. No, but like just
New York
it's
Magazine.
not-
It was a
and everyone-
great interview.
People
with,
just have this fucking like things have changed, right? This is in the 70s. Like you can wait. Everyone, there's phones, there's objects. You can listen to things. Like we can actually sit there for a bit longer than you think and be bored. Like queuing. Like remember, like you have to queue for like getting your tax disc or back in the day or whatever. And people are like, oh my god, I wish it was going to take ages to queue. And that was an ordeal. But now you just look at your phone. You got everything. The Avatar's on there.
Yeah.
Avatar's on there. You know what I mean?
The film Avatar.
Yeah.
Waiting. Just watch Avatar.
Just watch Avatar in the
Yeah.
queue. Do you know what I
saw
mean?
a house. We went on a cycle the other day in Gran Canaria, and there was a
lovely.
beautiful villa.
Oh wow.
And I was looking at this beautiful villa. They have lush pool, beautiful cactuses, all kinds of things. And then they also had two great, more than life-size Avatar characters.
You're joking me.
Yeah, like the man and the woman out of Avatar,
Jake
Like-
Sully and Neytiri.
8 foot tall,
You're joking me.
just in their guard.
What?
I would have taken a picture, and then I went, "That's someone's garden, so I won't take a picture.
That's someone's mental health issue.
That's a mental health issue, I think.
When Terry leaves me, that's what's going to happen.
You're going to live in a villa in Gran
Live in a
Canaria.
villa and build 2 monuments to my favourite characters,
Where do
Jake
they even
Sully
get
and Neytiri.
them? I always think about islands like that. That's a small island. I'm like, how do you just get all the stuff here?
That's
Yeah.
true.
When does the stuff come in here? How do you have all
An old man rows it over from the mainland. The mainland being what is it?
Africa,
Africa.
the continent
We're
of
just
Africa?
stop mainland Africa. Like, what's the nearest Guinea? The nearest
African country.
I don't
Morocco?
know. I don't know.
Morocco? Guinea?
No, not Morocco.
I feel like
Maybe
it's-
Morocco.
Maybe Morocco.
I don't know. Anyway, they robbed it. Look, they robbed it.
Oh, look, DPD, my Neytiri's arrived in Morocco. That should be in another 2 weeks. That's great. I'm very excited.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And if I ordered, say, you know the way people have those, is that only in America? Amazon is like same day delivery or next day delivery.
In London.
If
as well.
I ordered, could they get it to that island in that time? And then I was like, I'm from an island, but it's a bigger island. What? Islands, man.
It's very confusing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Ireland's mad. Like,
Do you, Shane? You
Do you ever think about islands, man?
You do
What are they?
your
What actually are they like? When you think about it, it's like, what are they?
Do you know what we did this week? We got a load of indoor plants.
did you?
Oh.
Yeah, we've got low. I was wondering about you because you have
Go on, yeah.
outdoor. You have
Yes.
outdoor, but I don't know what your indoor situation is.
Plenty as well. My mum gave me a whole new little ones for the front as well. The winter plants that are flowery but last through the winter.
Oh, wow.
She gave me them for the windowsill as well.
It's unbelievable. Our house looks amazing.
Wow.
We have a hanging plant in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Get yourself
I've
a
got 2 of them.
hanging plant in the bathroom. It's incredible. Makes you feel so cool. It makes you feel like you're walking into a little rainforest.
No, thank
It's
you.
very classy.
Bugs.
I offered you spider plant many times and you declined.
Did you?
Yeah, I offered you both spider plant and I was like,
What
I
are
don't
you
want spider-
talking about? You
I
did
load-
not any
You
spider
didn't want it
plant.
because you want bugs.
Oh yeah, maybe
spider
actually.
plant?
Sounds like
Spider
one
plant
you'd
is
say.
the one that's like, it's like, I forget what it's
Does
really
whatever a
called.
spider plant.
It's like just like it's like spreads. It's like it was a plant that people had when we were kids. Like it was always thing, but they're very hardy, and that they will then you can
Tom
just.
Hardy from Venom.
They're
Spider-Man.
Tom Hardy from Venom.
From Spider-Man's Venom.
Spider-Man. Why did they make those films?
Oh my god. I have no
What's the
idea.
story there?
No idea.
I love Tom Hardy. I love Venom. What's the fuck?
What happened?
What happened
What
there?
happened there?
What happened there?
Yeah, okay, I'll take one.
Why
I'll
is
get
Venom
you one.
Welsh
I'll
as
get
well?
you
I'd
one.
love one. We have
Because then
lots
they
of
have
plants.
babies. They have babies.
Oh my
So
god.
they grow another thing, stalk grows out of it. It's not like the other leaves, and then that grows little babies. And then you're like, "Geez, I'm laying down, babies. Then I'm laying down with spider plants. You can't move. You can't move with the spider plants." We also got when we moved in together first, went to IKEA. We got a little tree. I don't know what it's called. Got an IKEA. We still have it. And Raymond successfully propagated it the other day, and it was his first propagation. So
I thought he was
a big
Catholic.
Well done to Raymond on that.
Oh, that's good. What is propagating?
Propagating is where you take a bit of it.
Minister, you have been propagating. You have been propagating false lies about
Yeah,
me.
so that'll be spreading and planting new lives.
Okay.
SCC. So you take a bit of your plant and then you put it in water for a long time. You might put a bit of the baby bio or something in there as well.
I thought propagate was like, sort of like a gate to your house that's like not flimsy at all.
No, it's proper.
It's propagate.
We've got a
Propagate.
proper guy.
We go propagate, mate.
We've got like a proper guy on the house, right?
I remember hearing someone say, like, overhearing some Londoners talking about being like, I mate, you want to buy a dog? And he's like, oh, what kind of dog? It's a proper spaniel. He's always like a proper spaniel.
Proper spaniel.
And instead of a cocker
Proper couple.
spaniel, maybe
It's a proper couple.
It's a proper spaniel, proper cocker spaniel. Anyway, look, this has been so delightful.
Yeah.
Wonderful to have Shane back. I feel like there's been a real tone of just getting back into it, but not quite.
There
fully
has been a
back
bit of
into it.
tone
It's
of
been
getting
great.
back
I
into
love
it.
it. It's really nice and comforting. It's made me feel really joyous.
Yeah.
Can I promote something at the end of the show, like I did at the top of the show?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Which
Yeah.
is a Good Boy out now on the RTE player.
Yes.
This comedy show.
This is my impression of me watching Good Boy. But also sometimes, oh,
Yeah.
but as well.
Yeah.
And then this is my impression of everyone who buys a copy of Countryfile, Some Cunts Guide to the Countryside. That's it.
Wow.
So,
2 hands on the chair, just
Yep.
looking at the book cover. Not even holding the book.
That's it. Yeah, not holding the book. Just thinking about it because you read it earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
You're on the bus.
Thought of something funny there. on
This is my
Countryfile.
impression of me watching Good Boy. Which episode am I in?
Yeah.
6?
Episode 4.
Got it. 4?
Mm.
Skipped
You've
episode
the,
4.
You've the last joke of the whole series.
Okay.
It's
Well,
very fun.
well, don't skip then. That'll spoil it. So watch all through. Watch
This is
all the
my
way through.
impression of me watching Good Boy. Why does the main character look so much like me?
Yeah. Very complimented when he said that.
Fight and promote. When's this come out? Next week?
This
All right,
Thursday.
Well, if you listen to this in real time, I'm in London on the 28th. There's still some tickets left for the stall. Everything else sold out.
Only in the stalls.
And London Irish Centre on the Wednesday the 30th.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Thank you.
They're attractive.
They're very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around.
Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy.
It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Killian,